These two games both include a Patriot-style ball, and at first glance, their designs look surprisingly similar. But once both runs start moving side by side, the differences between Going Balls and Rollance balls become much easier to notice. On the left, the Going Balls version uses a darker shield-style design with clear white stars and red and white sections. The Rollance Balls version on the right uses the same general patriotic color theme, but the surface looks brighter, smoother, and more reflective. The theme is similar, but these are clearly two different ball models. The gameplay environments also create a completely different impression. Going Balls uses bright open tracks, clear colors, and wide view of the course ahead. Rollance Balls has a darker environment with wooden bridges, stone structures, water, and narrower pathways. Because of that, the ball on the right can sometimes become harder to track against the background. The movement also looks different. The Going Ball run appears smoother on the wider yellow tracks, especially during long turns and straight sections. On the Rollance side, the ball regularly moves across narrow bridges and uneven paths. The player seems to need more small corrections just to keep the ball centered. This section shows one of the biggest differences between the two games. Going Balls usually gives the ball more space around the obstacles. Even when the track becomes narrow, the route is still visually clear. Rollance Balls places the ball close to moving objects, broken platforms, and the edges of the track, making each mistake look more dangerous. The Going Balls Patriot Ball is also easier to identify while it is moving. Its dark blue section and white star remain visible through most of the turns. The Rollance version changes appearance depending on the camera angle. Sometimes the star is visible, while at other moments the red and blue sections become the strongest part of the design. Both games start introducing more complicated obstacles here, but they handle them differently. Going Balls focuses on rails, rotating objects, barrels, and controlled jumps between platforms. Rollance Balls uses narrow pathways, spinning structures, fans, and sections where the ball is traveling directly above water or empty space. Around the middle of the video, the difference in atmosphere becomes much stronger. Going Balls continues with its bright green and yellow environment, while Rollance Balls moves into a much more intense lava area. The brighter Patriot Ball becomes easier to see against the orange lava, although the narrow metal tracks still leave very little room for error. This is also where the Going Balls design begins showing another part of its pattern. From the rear angle, the red and white section becomes more noticeable, while the star section moves around the sides. The Rollance design keeps a more blended red and blue appearance with a glossy finish that reflects the environment around it. The course now demands two different types of control. On the left, the challenge comes from maintaining speed through curves, ramps, and sudden changes in track direction. On the right, the challenge appears to be patience. The bridges are narrow, the hazards are close, and moving too quickly could send the ball directly into the lava. Going Balls also uses clear checkpoints and reward sections, which makes the progress easier to understand. Rollance Balls feels more like one continuous obstacle route. Even after completing a difficult section, another narrow bridge or moving hazard appears almost immediately. That makes the right side look more stressful even when the ball is moving slowly. By this point, neither ball looks like a direct copy of the other. Going Balls uses a cleaner emblem-based Patriot design that remains readable from a distance. Rollance Balls use a more rounded and colorful interpretation. The basic red, white, blue, and star concept is similar, but the shape of the graphics and the overall finish are different. The final section continues the same gameplay contrast. Going Balls gives the ball smooth curved tracks, open platforms, and more predictable surfaces. Rollers ball keeps using industrial tracks, spinning platforms, rail sections, and lava hazards. The ball constantly looks as though it is only one small movement away from falling. After watching both runs together, I think the Going Balls Patriot Ball has the clearer and more recognizable design. The Rollers Balls version looks brighter and more modern, but its pattern is not always as easy to see during movement. For gameplay, Going Balls looks smoother, while Rollins Balls appears more demanding because of its narrow tracks and heavier obstacle placement. Both games use a similar patriotic idea, but the ball design and gameplay experience are clearly different. Which Patriot ball would you choose?